Well, I have basically been looking forward to this all summer because, of course, in the deep south, it is too hot and humid to do hiking, especially an overnight in the summertime. So the weather has recently sort of cooled off a little bit, and about a week or week and a half ago, this weekend was looking to really have some favorable weather for spending the night out. The highs were supposed to be, kind of mid 80s, which was pretty warm, but the nighttime temperatures were supposed to get down around 60, which would have been, for early fall, which would have been, I don't know about pleasant, but it would have been acceptable anyway. It's a great first weekend to get on the trail. So as the week went on, the forecast kept ticking upward in temperatures until now. The high for today is supposed to be about 91, which is kind of hot. And the nighttime low tonight is supposed to be about 68, which is also pretty warm. Going to be kind of uncomfortable, I think. So anyway, I stuck with the plan, which was to come out here and just make kind of a last minute decision on whether I actually spend the night. So that's the plan for right now. I am definitely going to be out here for the day and stick around to see if I spend the night. I cannot describe to you how uncomfortable I am right now. Oh my gosh, this is hot. And it's humid, just as advertised. And the little bit of walking around and exploring that I've done, I have just about overheated. And so I think if I were just walking a trail, I wouldn't feel like this. But I got hot enough that it was starting to make me sick. So I'm maxing and relaxing in the chair right now. And I will definitely not be staying the night. I didn't want to say it on camera, but I was about 90% sure I was not going to be staying the night because it was just going to be too hot and humid and uncomfortable. So I'm still going to spend the day out here. I found a road, which doesn't surprise me because in this wilderness, so many of the streams and the little stream beds have abandoned roads up next to them. Of course, there's been no traffic on those roads for 30 or 40 years. So it's not like those roads are clear, but there is an old road bed. So I think what I'm going to do is, instead of taking the route out that I took in, which was rough, I think I'm going to follow that road bed, and it'll probably take me to either a trail or a trailhead or something. It'll take me somewhere. The direction it's going is very promising, so I think I'm just going to follow that road bed and see where that takes me. So here's to some just exploring. We're going to explore and do some new stuff today. Actually, I like that. We're going to go with that. Now that I've cooled off, this is a lot more pleasant. So, I'm sitting here in my chair along the banks of this little waterway, and it is super pleasant. The problem is I've got to get going here in a little while. I've got to start moving. And when I do, I'm going to get hot again. But I have a couple of things I would like to do while I'm out here, and I may film those along the way. We'll see. refilled my water, put some electrolytes in the bottles, and I'm about to start moving again. Now that I cooled off, I'll go get hot again. From Randolph Trailhead, I'm taking Trail 202, which is itself an old road bed, like what I've done for a big part of the morning. But, and you can use this trail to go from Randolph all the way to Sipsey Fork. That's not what I'm doing today. I'm taking it to go to the Johnson Cemetery. It is an old, and I mean really old, cemetery for the mountain people who lived here before this became national forest and wilderness area. And of course their cemetery remains. And it's interesting to me from a historical perspective just to look at you know, the years that people lived here, and the fact that a lot of these don't have precise dates on them. And the weirder thing is that there are a lot of tombstones out here that indicate the person, but it just straight up says exact location unknown. So you really don't know what you're walking around on. And there are two sections of it on both sides of the trail. So and obviously the cemetery is periodically maintained. And this is the half on the other side of the trail. Last time I was here, that was not here. Looks like, obviously that has fallen in the cemetery, and it's fallen on top of some of the grave markers. And just to give you an idea of what I was talking about earlier, just as an example, they have a date that he was born, but just says died after 1910, so nobody knows. And some of them have just estimates for when they were born. And anyway, it just, to me, just from a historical perspective, it's interesting. And when I'm here, I try to be respectful of, this is where people's family and loved ones were laid to rest, and I'll just try to be respectful about it. There was a piece of me at one time that wanted to come out here and do like a Halloween video where I camp in a cemetery, and that was a fleeting thought, because I thought that is probably the most disrespectful thing ever. So yeah, I'm not going to be doing that. Okay, so that's Johnson Cemetery. The original plan was to come here and do off-trail stuff, and that just proved to be way too strenuous for the heat and humidity. I think that if I had abandoned that plan from the beginning and just decided I'm going to stick to a trail and do a little bit of hiking and a whole lot of camping, I probably would have been okay. But the deciding to do the off-trail stuff just was not going to happen. Basically, the problem is I got overzealous and just wanted to be out here so bad. I didn't know what to do with myself, and so I got out here too early in the season, and now I'm paying for it, but that's okay. I'm about to be out.